You're listening to SBS News.
2 weeks after the Prime Minister's trip to the US, he's emerged from self-quarantine at the Lodge. Scott Morrison now says he's focused on making a target of net zero emissions by 2050 government policy.
The world is moving into a new energy economy. We all know that. It's now a question of how, not if. And how is how we can ensure that those communities right across rural and regional Australia can look at this change and understand that there are big opportunities and there's a way through.
The coalition is divided on committing to the target, but with the United Nations COP26 summit in Glasgow just 3 weeks away, global pressure on Australia is increasing. Dozens of nations have already made the commitment. Scott Morrison says he's trying to reach an agreement between the Liberal and National parties.
My government is committed to ensuring that rural and regional Australia transitions to this new energy economy in the future stronger, with their jobs and their communities intact, and they can look forward with confidence and they can plan for the future with confidence. We've got to come together on this issue. My government will come together on this issue. The country will come together on this issue, and we'll tackle this challenge just like we've tackled the challenges already before us.
There are some National MPs who are vehemently opposed to setting a target, but the Deputy Prime Minister and leader of the Nationals, Barnaby Joyce, says a deal can be made on the proviso that regional Australians won't be worse off.
We will see what's on the document. I've already had one look at it, but of course it's in confidence, so I can't give it to people. And then they'll go back and say, well, how does that fit for Cunnamulla? How does that fit for Rockhampton? How does that fit for Gladstone? How does that fit for Shepparton? How does that fit for Lake Macquarie? And then they'll say, okay, we're on board or not, or you've got to make some changes to get us on board. And my job is to try and corral that. And you say, well, at the end, you're going to have them all on the same page? Not a chance.
Labor supports a net zero target. Opposition leader Anthony Albanese says the division on the issue within the government is costing Australians.
People cannot take this government seriously. And one of the things that this government could cost, because they're into costing things, so they say, what I want to see is a cost from this government of how much it's cost the Australian economy in jobs and in growth, their inaction over 8 years, 8 long years since 2013. We know what they were against, we never knew what they were for, because there's been no action, and that has cost Australia.
Scott Morrison is yet to decide whether he will attend the COP26 summit next month. Labor says he should attend, and billionaire mining magnate Andrew Forrest has joined those calls. He's also warning of politics getting in the way of climate action.
I think the head of our country, with a carbon neutral date which we can all be proud of, will be immensely welcomed in Glasgow by all other national leaders. As institutions start to withdraw their capital from countries and companies which have no climate targets, then it's going to impact the lifestyle of every single Australian. And if a politician pops up and says that doesn't matter, then all I can say to you is that's really bad politics.
It's expected the coalition could come to a decision within the week. Pablo Vinales, SBS News.